This is Matrix Lord 212, and welcome to Who Fire. I am with Sami Maeyer. What's up, bro?
Hello, fun to meet you again after all those years.
I
So
know,
you're
long
going.
time no see. What the hell happened?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm two faced. I'm everything.
It's
I'm
so
everything
weird.
bad. So yeah,
You're,
everything is
you're the bad
it's
Hoovian?
pretty weird.
It's so weird
Yeah, I'm
how
the bad Hoovian. Yeah, it's like
actually meta Hoovian,
yeah,
right?
so-
That's what they
yeah,
call. That's what you call
meta Hoovian.
meta Hoovian. So it's weird because
Yeah,
throughout the, I guess, 11 years, right? We've talked time to time here and there, not all the time, but like, oh, you see what's going on with Doctor Who, yeah, whatever, right? And then at
yeah,
some
yeah.
point in time, it looked like it was pleasant, right? That we were chatting, oh,
Yes,
you can't wait for Christmas, yeah. And then out of the blue, we're enemies. Like, what the hell happened, right?
it's bullshit.
It's just
It's
weird.
bullshit. I know.
It's right. It's weird. It's like the Jake Paul Tommy Fury thing, and then now they're
Yeah,
buddies, right?
yeah.
So,
I know.
yeah, I don't know what the hell happened. But you've been on my show before,
Yes.
here and there, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I haven't. We haven't done the Rehoobings that much lately. We're gonna try to do it from time to time because I'm trying to do my gaming thing now. But
Yeah, yeah,
there's
yeah.
a lot going on with Doctor Who to talk
I
about.
know, I know, and I'm mad about it. So
Yeah.
pretty mad.
So what are you mad about? Tell me.
Yeah, the whole Chibnall era didn't work. Be
I
honest,
know.
it was pretty bad. Only I liked Rosa. Rosa is the what was the only episode I
Rosa
liked.
Parks, right? Wow.
Yeah,
And I don't like that episode. I hate that episode.
yeah. I understand that, but it's not consistent anymore.
You know
And
what it is? I don't like it because of the historical accuracy is not accurate.
no,
And
it's
we
not.
have Vaughn from our podcast that
Yeah,
confirmed that that was all what Chibnall in his head thinks
yeah,
history
yeah.
is, and it's not. It's just bullshit. So that's why I kind of Chibnall tends to go off on tangents to way he believes the way history
Yeah,
is. Like he knocked American inventor Thomas Edison. He
yeah.
praised Nikola Tesla because
Hmm.
that's from him. That's his boy.
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
it just Chibnall when it came to the writing is questionable because again when we thought he was going to take over he did such cool things in
Yeah,
Doctor Who, right?
absolutely. And I thought the
Dinosaur
same,
on a
but
spaceship
yeah, but he
and
messed
then it's
up.
shit.
Yeah, he messed
Yeah,
up. He messed.
like this is what happens. Like writers are hired to do a job
Yes.
and write the characters.
Mm.
There is no thing that in history lately this is a current trend that writers are implementing their political beliefs
Yes.
and their bullshit life into stuff that they are assigned to write about, right? So making the
Yes.
doctor
True.
socially awkward because he's
Mm.
socially awkward is
Hmm.
fucked up because then you
Yeah.
make it that the doctor doesn't care about Graham.
Yeah. But Doctor Who was always sub politi- political. Was
Correct,
always
but this
basically political.
this guy's own agenda he tried to
Yeah.
push.
And I'm really looking forward to Russell T Davis era
Yes,
again because he knows the Doctor, he knows the show, he knows the characters, he knows John Barrowman. We
right.
have to talk about that because
Yeah, that's another thing we were fighting about John Barrett's posts. Um,
it
that was a long
it's
thing too. It's water under the bridge, but like it's ultimately after a while when you're fighting, you're like, why the fuck are we fighting? Like, what the hell
yeah
are we fighting? Right? Like, I have
true
my beliefs about John Barron, you do too, but at the end of the day, we fucking have been talking here and there about Doctor Who
yeah,
for fucking ages. We could agree to disagree and still
yes
be like friends and still be talking about Doctor Who like we've done for years.
yeah
There's gonna be shit that we don't like, obviously, and we're
Yeah.
going to talk about it. Like a lot of things from Chibnall. It's weird how he wrote like shit for the series, but when he introduced Joe Martin's Doctor, it was like the best fucking writing ever. I don't understand it.
Me, I don't understand it. Also, Joe Martin was so much better than Jodie,
Yes,
and
he
most of
did
the
that purposely.
companions like Yaz or yeah, yeah, he's a bully. He's the real bully.
Really.
Yeah, and
And he did that supposedly when he was mad at Jodie for doing the singing the yellow thing, so he implemented it in his writing, and he made it that she's the fucking Joe
yeah,
Martin's the best fucking doctor ever.
yeah, I think so too. Yeah. Man, I'm very disappointed in Chibnall.
Yeah,
It's
no.
not it was not consistent. I liked Power of the Doctor some bits, but it was already
See,
too
the
late.
thing
It was
people don't understand is like, as a writer for Doctor Who showrunner, he sucked. When
yeah,
he wrote for Doctor Who, not as showrunner, he was good, right? He
yeah,
implemented his own bullshit that we didn't agree with. But then if you meet him in person, supposedly he's a fucking super nice guy. You could be a
yeah,
super
true.
nice guy, but the guy basically destroyed Doctor Who almost.
Yeah, yeah, he did because I wrote to BBC Studios. I asked for
Everybody
the
did.
I asked for the Sea Devils. I asked for the kitchen sink to throw at her. I asked for a lot of things.
That's what I said originally they needed to do, is to
True.
prove herself, throw the damn kitchen sink at her where she has
Yeah,
no time to breathe, and that way she could show off how great doctor she is. But nobody
yeah.
fucking listens because his fucking
No.
first season, we got the fucking bed sheets creature and all these other stupid ass tooth
Yeah,
fairy. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? That the main fucking villain is this guy that they brought back in this shitty fucking finale,
yeah.
the Battle of Ranskor Ab Kolos that you can't even fucking pronounce, and it was the worst fucking finale ever.
It wasn't the finale. The real finale was
He had to
the
change it, right? He had to change it for to be
yeah,
the New Year special because it was so fucking horrible as a finale.
yeah. But it was also the mistake by BBC. Piers Wenger, the controller of programs, he fucked up also. So
Yeah.
he chose Chibnall. Now
Well,
there were
Moffat chose Chibnall.
what?
Moffat chose Chibnall as his successor, but that was a fucking mistake, obviously.
Now I read articles that they better chose Toby Whithouse for showrunner for the next
Because
one
I remember
after his
Moffat said he got Chibnall drunk to fucking accept
yeah.
the fucking deal. It's ridiculous.
Why
But
he
anyway, he
he
still fucked it up. He still fucked it up so bad that, thank
uh,
God. And it makes you wonder if the COVID thing didn't happen when they were doing the lockdown stories. That's when Russell T Davies and Moffat started getting involved. And then
yeah,
they started missing Doctor Who. That's what made them miss Doctor Who and say, you know
yeah,
what?
true.
We could do this again and people would love us. And
Yeah,
then next thing you know, he's signing a deal to take over Doctor Who. And now it's different because he has complete say over the show,
yeah, true.
and he's basically renting out the Doctor name
Yeah,
like they did with the Daleks, right? So in other words, he has a contract to pay the BBC money to use the characters.
yeah,
And just like he has to pay the Terry Nation estate for the Daleks, right? But he has complete say. They have no say. So
yes,
this time, if he wanted to say that that woman was the doctor's mother, he can, and they can't say shit, really.
yeah, yeah. He can. Yeah,
I know that's what
yeah.
bothered
It's good
him when
that
he left.
it's yeah. It's good that it's be with Bad Wolf Studios, so it's safe there. It's safe there. It's literally safe there. So with Shruti Gatwa and David Tennant coming back, it's cool. It's gonna be cool again. It's gonna be fantastic. I feel that the whole sense at the end of Power of the Doctor when David was coming on, it's it was so cool. It was
It was.
yeah, it
I
was
loved
cool.
it. I loved it. I don't care that David Tennant's coming back. They need to fix it and I can understand how he comes back because again, they did establish the Doctor could revisit all bases, but in this case, I guess the Celestial Toymaker altered the regeneration. I'm fine with that though because
Yeah,
we
yeah,
need
yeah,
David
yeah.
Tennant back.
Yeah, the celestial maker is somewhat of a god. He can do that. He can say, "Let's bring him back," and yeah.
Yeah,
Of
I'm
course, you had
happy
to
with
think.
that though.
Yeah, I'm happy too. Um, of course, you had the thing with Donna, so she can't see him because otherwise she will die or her head will
Well,
explode.
it could be the Celestial Toymaker manipulating things where she won't die.
Yeah,
And then when the Doctor goes to defeat the Celestial Toymaker, he could say, "Oh, by the way, now that you killed me, Donna's gonna die too because I was protecting her with my
yeah,
magic, and you're screwed now, buddy." It's like, oh shit, right? So,
yeah.
because I guess the Celestial
Uh,
Toymaker sees Donna Noble as the best companion, and he's the best
yeah,
edition of the Doctor to compete against.
yeah,
So, I'm having technical difficulties with StreamYard for
yeah.
some reason today. It's probably because it's the end of the month and you get only a certain amount of free stuff with StreamYard, I guess. It's not, it's like not a new month. I guess they do that or something. Or maybe it's just a connection. You can hear me, right? And now I can't hear you. You weren't muted. You there? You're muted. Yeah. Why is that? It's got to be StreamYard. Come on, StreamYard. Get your act together. You want to drop out and drop back in, maybe? Unmute. Unmute. 1 second. You're muted now. Unmute. Can you hear me? Can't hear you. Oh, StreamYard. Damn you, StreamYard. God, get it together, StreamYard. We're trying to do a podcast here. Jesus. Maybe we have to do it on the Zoom. I don't know. You know what it is too? I never do it this early, but I figured let me get it going on early because so you could do stuff throughout your day. I could do stuff in my day. I could do the my gaming. I'm trying to get the ninth rank for that. So but I guess sometimes in the morning they have technical difficulties, I guess. I don't know. Let me see. It's not, I don't know why. Maybe if I stop my camera and then, I don't know. You could hear me, right? Just nod up and down if you can hear me. I can't hear you though. You know what? Drop out and then come back in. Yeah, like you're not like you're leaving and then you're coming back over and then reuse the link. And I'll talk for I guess a minute or whatever. Yeah, because it's something to do with the stream. So drop out like okay, and then come back in. Sorry guys, technical difficulties. I don't know what their problem is. Damn StreamYard. It's like really? I don't know why. So I'm waiting to see if they can fix this problem. And then we can get this thing back going. I hope. Let's see. Come on, StreamYard. Let's see. We get them back in here now. Okay. There you are.
Hi.
I
Yeah.
hear you. This damn
Okay.
thing. I don't know. All right, so talk now to me. Tell me what you think of the whole David Tennant down and Noble thing.
Well, it's gonna save the show. That's the whole point. That it saved the show and nothing more than that. They needed David Tennant to revive the show. It's so easy as that.
Yeah.
And then and then
And
after
Russell T.
af-
Davis.
and Russell T Davis, he's the Kevin Feige of Doctor Who, so it
Yeah.
has to stay with Bad Wolf. It cannot go anywhere else because Russell T is the man. Uh, I spoke to Russell T Davis about previous shows he did about It's a Sin and how cool it was and how great his writing has become over the years. So
Oh, it's amazing. He's amazing. He's top notch. He
yeah,
knows that the characterizations, like how to explain the character,
yeah,
how to explain the story into detail. Where the
yes,
other guy, he doesn't explain shit. He's like, I destroyed the universe, but I brought it back. I didn't tell you. It's like, what?
yeah,
I just brought back trillions of people and lives, but I did it off camera. I'm like, wait a minute. You just said there's
yeah,
only 2 planets left. What the frig happened? It's like,
yeah,
oh my god.
yeah. But
So
took a Chipnell took a back seat. So with the New Year specials instead of Christmas specials, and
he's
we
weird.
need a Christmas special.
We
Yeah,
do. He's weird.
and
He fought
yeah,
them too because I know the BBC wanted the Christmas special in the worst way, and
yeah,
he was constantly battling with them with shit. But he
yeah,
just was the type that they got some cool deals financially with web HBO Max and everything, but that's why
yeah.
BBC was kind of their hands were kind of tied because he was
Hmm.
making them more money, but he was pissing everybody off though. He's like basically wrecking the show, so bad that it was going to get canceled. It was literally going to get canceled. They didn't have any intention of having another doctor. They were going to just have her regenerate. You
Yeah,
didn't see what the hell was going to happen, and thankfully Russell T Davis stepped in and to save the show because he did
yeah.
save the show. Uh, People make it like he didn't. No, they weren't going to continue. It was going to go silent for a long time,
Yes, yes.
and
It was going on a hiatus. One of your members on the podcast said that after the first week shooting of Jodie's era, Jodie felt she wasn't great enough to be the doctor. So, and there lies the problem. If you're not convinced you're the doctor, you better bow out. I'm also convinced that Chibnall was fired. Chibnall
no,
was
he wasn't
fired.
fired. He wanted out, but he didn't explain anything that he started.
Mm,
Like, if you're setting up all these storylines, is the timeless child real or is it not real?
yeah,
Why are you listening to your greatest enemy when he lies constantly? Like, it's just,
yeah,
and then that lady, like, you never heard any Time Lords or any Rassilon talk about Tech Dayun. To me, I think she was
no,
just a crackpot nut job that tried to make everybody believe that she
yeah.
was bigger than what she was, and that wasn't really the doctor that she fucking
Yeah,
um
well,
you know
she was a fixer.
they
She
just
was a
put that
fixer of
memory in the doctor's head, right? Like for
yeah,
some reason they put that memory. The Matrix probably had the power to put that in that implant memory in there, but she wasn't a timeless child. She wasn't any of that stuff. And
no,
what happened when that did happen? That created doubt for the first time in the doctor's brain, where the doctor
yeah,
couldn't get out of prison.
mm-hmm,
That the
yes,
doctor was in a depression and was staying in prison, and Captain Jack had to bail her out. Now, how
yeah,
does that make fans feel that are for a woman doctor? That the first time you have a woman doctor, she gets depressed and she needs
yeah,
help to be saved. I mean, isn't that counterproductive to what he was trying to prove?
yeah. It's bullshit.
Yeah, it
It
is.
was
The doctor doesn't need anybody to rescue them. Uh,
no. The
I
dog
mean,
was the dog was always clever. I'm always a big fan of 12.
right.
So that dude was always clever and always smart and
And
always
the
didn't
doctor
care.
doesn't get depressed. Like that's a human emotion, not a Time
Yeah,
Lord sophisticated society emotion. Like so, Chibnall
indeed,
putting this bullshit in there didn't
indeed.
make any sense because that's not what the character does.
Yeah, the same thing with the cancer thing of Graham. Hey, Graham has had cancer,
Right.
a- and he was afraid that it would come back. So he asked for advice to the doctor, but the doctor,
I'm
the,
socially awkward.
yeah, so I'm
Like,
so
first of
sure.
all, Adric died. Like, you're miserable. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, Nissa had an incurable disease that she was trying to cure. Remember?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
he felt for his companions. He tried to save Perry. When
yes,
she wasn't right. So if you're socially fucking awkward, then you can't save the fucking universe. You stupid dick. Like, give
yeah,
me a fucking break.
That's true. That's true.
What an ass! What an ass!
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
Then he
Yeah.
realizes, like, oh, Ryan can't do half the stuff he did because I gave him the disease that his nephew had. Fuck,
Yes.
fuck it. He could just do anything because he's in the TARDIS with the fucking radiation and fuck it.
Uh,
And then in the end, they'll have him fall on the bike again. It's like, give me a break, bro.
I
You're terrible.
when I wrote a mail to the BBC Studios, I was against the Tasman thing, and this the relationship between the Doctor and Yasmin, because it felt like it was forced.
Yeah, it
It
was.
was
It was
pushed
never meant to
forward.
be. He had set up subplots that Yaz and Ryan were in love when they were kids, and they
True,
were setting
true.
up that romance.
Yeah,
That's why
that's true.
when he had a love interest, Yaz got jealous that Ryan was gonna hook up with that girl.
Yes, with
It's
her
right
sister.
there. He put it in the fucking writing right there. So don't make
Yeah,
it like that was always the case. She was never,
no,
never bisexual. She was
indeed.
never a lesbian.
No,
And then everybody was yelling at him because they're like, oh, Graham's got a storyline.
yeah,
Ryan's got a story. Where's Yaz's storyline? The first time he does a Yaz storyline, he rushes it, said, she tried to kill herself. But then a cop convinced her not to. And then she's
yeah,
okay, though. And then she decided she wanted to be a cop because the cop saved her. And then they
yeah.
made it that she was a shitty fucking cop. And then he's like, oh, I can't do that. I got to make it that she's the greatest cop. But she's never on duty.
No,
No,
she's
she couldn't even handle a parking ticket. So now all of a sudden she's the great detective.
yeah,
Then, in the end, she's so fucking smart that she got her and they lived together. Her and what's his name? The guy, the companion.
Ryan,
No,
Ryan,
shit. Now I can't remember him. The last
uh,
companion, the guy.
Graham,
The, no, he has a TV show. What's his name? The guy that left. The guy that left and powered a doctor because he didn't want to get hurt.
Dan.
Yeah, thank
From
you. So Yaz was so smart that she made her and Dan rich.
yeah,
Keep in mind, though, you had to be rich in the past to travel like Indiana Jones every fucking place, okay? You can't
yeah,
just travel everywhere in the world
mm,
without money, okay? So she had to make herself like Laura Croft, stealing fucking Indiana Jones artifacts to have money to travel all over the world to find pieces for the doctor. So
yeah,
so they lived together for fucking years, like a couple, but they weren't a couple, right?
yeah.
And
five
then when he
years.
leaves, it's like, oh, okay. No, you lived with him for 5 years.
Yeah,
We made you so Dad, okay, see you later. No, that's bullshit.
yeah,
Right? I mean, come on.
yeah.
So and then all
But
of a sudden she could fly the TARDIS that nobody could fucking fly the TARDIS, right?
oh,
But she could fly the TARDIS.
only River can fly the TARDIS.
Right.
Only she.
Adric, who was a fucking mathematician of the fucking universe, could
Yes.
not fly the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Tegan, Nissa, nobody could. The only person that could fly the TARDIS was River because the TARDIS trained
Yeah.
River.
Yeah.
And
River.
River probably trained Nardole, so Nardole could fly the TARDIS.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
nobody, and Clara, I guess Clara. Now we're going back. Well,
Clara.
no, Clara didn't really, not really, but
Yeah.
well, maybe she did because she had the diner TARDIS, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yes. Yes. But that's another thing. Clara's ending. It's so sad. I wish she was with Danny Pink. So
Well, technically, right, the way Missy set it up, the moment she dies, she's supposed to go in there with Danny Pink because she had the camera watching everything that Clara did, right? So
yeah.
the
Yeah.
soul goes right in there, right? And that was another thing too. That with Moffat, though, Moffat was okay. So the thing with Moffat is when Moffat gets angry, people don't realize
Yeah.
this. He puts stuff in the writing subconsciously, right? So they were going
Yeah.
on tour, right? Rio de Janeiro and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Moffat got mad at Samuel Anderson for some reason, right? I don't
Yeah.
know if it's because Samuel Anderson was trying to showboat with different outfits, like he was the biggest star there was.
Yeah.
So he decided not to have Danny Pink come back even though he set it up in the timeline that they're supposed to get married and have a
Mm.
child, and
Yeah,
Clara and Danny Pink's ancestor is the
yeah,
first time traveler, right? So,
true. Yes.
like, you just fucked everything up because you got mad at an actor. So now you tried to twist it that the love of her life isn't Danny Pink, it's
Hmm.
the doctor, based on the fact that Jenna Louise Coleman might have was in love with Matt Smith type of thing because they were
Yeah,
maybe going to go out or something in real life or whatever,
yeah,
but they had chemistry that she was actually crying when he left and it was real emotions because
yeah,
she wanted to show that Clara was in love with the doctor type of thing,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So he changed Clara too because when Jenna Louise Coleman wanted to
True.
leave, right? And then Peter Capaldi convinced her to stay, Moffat had to throw out those scripts.
Yes, yes.
He had to
Yeah.
rip them up and throw them in the garbage. And he got mad. So all of a sudden he turns her character into an a-hole that
Yeah.
whole
Never,
season with
never do that.
Capaldi.
Never
Yeah.
do that.
So you know at the beginning of the season, at the end of the season, your companion's going to leave. So he wrote her that she's an a-hole, that
Yeah.
she's possessive, that she's bossy, that she killed Danny Pink by calling him. Like, he just fucking did such fucked up shit. And then he has her
Yeah.
back, but then he makes it that she's a venture freak. Like,
Mm,
like she's going to get herself killed because she's such a nut job. Like,
mm-hmm.
he went from one thing where she saves the doctor and being the most companion ever to being an asshole. Like he
But
changed her.
same with 12. If you look at series 9, he was completely different. He
Yeah,
was
8,
changed.
9, and 10. He was different all the time.
Yeah.
And he
And
didn't like it that Capaldi chose his outfit. Capaldi chose Pearl Mackey
yeah.
because he's like hire her. Moffat tends to be like in his brain that he's showrunner and nobody can tell him shit. So like when
Mm,
BBC told Moffat he had to hire Matt Lucas, he was annoyed.
yeah.
That's why he gave him shitty lines because he didn't give him any
Yeah.
lines hardly because he was against being ordered to do anything. And Matt
Mm,
Lucas turned out to be great. I was actually wrong.
yeah.
Matt Lucas turned out to be
It was
fucking
great.
fantastic.
Yo. Yeah. It was. So. Yeah.
And they
Matt
should have gave him
Lucas.
more to do. They should have explained his character too. They should have explained how he was talking about that he had a robot body because his body was destroyed and he only had the head.
Yeah.
Remember? They didn't
Yeah.
explain any of that. They teased it that maybe he had a robot arm or a robot whatever, but they didn't say anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But this is what happens with the
So.
showrunners. Like,
And now we.
they get
Yeah.
egos.
Well, but we're now getting spin-offs in the new Russell TD.
And we're also getting
TD
Moffat
era.
writing too. We're
Yeah.
getting Moffat back too. Which who called that
Yeah.
really? I told you he was coming back too.
Yeah. True. Absolutely. I'm happy he's back. I love
Me too.
Sarah. 5 and 6 was good. 7 was bad. 8 was fun again. 9 was, and 10 was. I was a bit fatigued after a while, so I got all my hopes on
Yeah.
Chip.
My only hope
didn't.
with Moffat, is that he will finish the Pond storyline.
Yes, I love the poems.
And
I
he will
love
bring
Robbie.
back Matt Smith in like specials like they
Yes.
did with David Tennant somehow and just like fucking fix it. And then because
Yeah.
Karen Gillan said she's on board, Arthur Douglas says let's go. You're just waiting for
Yeah.
Matt Smith, really. And I'm pretty sure that Shooty, when he leaves, they could do a thing where he regenerates into Matt Smith. They do a couple specials,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Like Tennant, and then they'll get a new doctor. I really am I am for that because I feel that there's unfinished business with Matt Smith.
Mm.
And
But
maybe Matt Smith needs to save Clara from the
yes,
diner TARDIS and
true. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. But
because
what do you
Capaldi's
think?
not coming back. They fired him. He's pissed.
No, No,
He
he's not
even
coming back.
embarrassed them. He's never coming. I mean, unless he comes back for this, but whatever. But still, he's pissed off, so he's not going to come
Yeah,
back.
yeah, true. Um, and also, yeah, we're getting a unit series, I think.
Which I
Unit
called
next.
that too. I said the first series they're probably going to have is Unit, honestly, because they're not going to do the Torchwood thing.
Yeah,
They're going to do the Unit thing,
yeah,
and then they'll
yeah.
integrate
And what?
Torchwood characters into Unit.
Yeah, and what's the link between Ruby Sunday and Kate Stewart? I want to know. There's a link between those two.
Well, here's the thing, right? Didn't Kate announce that she had daughters?
Yes, yes. A daughter and a son.
Well, no. We know in the past series that's possible she had a son. But in the
Okay.
Missy thing, she said she had daughters,
Ah, okay, okay. That's
right?
cool. Yeah.
Now, Ruby Sunday could be, because I said this, right? If you think about it, why did let me Madame Cavarian hate the Doctor so much?
Yeah, I know.
Why did she hate him so much that she devoted her life to the church and traveling through time to screw him up, right? It
Yeah,
could
that's
be that she was a companion when she was young and she got burned
yeah,
and she sought revenge. Now, maybe Ruby Sunday is really a young Madame Bavarian who's like,
true.
I would assume is rich, right? And just maybe, and then something happens where it turns her into this dark character. Or you could do a thing where Ruby Sunday comes face to face with her future as
Mm.
Madame Bavarian and creates a paradox because she doesn't want to become Madame Bavarian.
Yeah,
And
true.
then, right? But again, she could be someone else. She could be Kate Stewart's daughter.
Yeah,
And Kate Stewart's like, I don't want you traveling with the Doctor
yeah,
because you're going to get killed.
yeah. But Kate is also recruiting. I saw pictures when they
She's
introduced.
recruiting people for Unit, but
Yeah,
she
yeah,
wouldn't have her own kids involved. It's a different story. Like
mm,
it's when it gets to being kids involved.
yeah. Maybe.
Does she
Yeah,
want those kids in that life?
yeah, yeah,
Now, she forced herself to be in the life of Unit, Kate
yeah,
Stewart, against Brigadier, because I guess Brigadier didn't want her to be, right? But
yeah,
she did. But is it the opposite with her kids that she don't want the kids? Because if from her mind, she could be like, well, Missy's going to fucking kill him. Well, Missy's going to
yeah,
kill him at any time. So I don't want my kids involved in that, Who knows? But also in the
yeah.
past series, yes, she had a son. But with the whole Chibnall thing, Chibnall didn't want to have any man related
Mm-hmm.
to Stewart that was going to be a brigadier again or take over a unit because we got to
Yeah,
showcase women. That was Chibnall's fucking thing. Like Chibnall went overboard with that
yeah.
shit. You know
True. It's also said she is a lesbian in the next series.
who
She, Kate Stewart, that
is
she has
she?
a. Yeah,
Well,
she.
they never really established what she was anyway, though, right?
Yeah, but she liked 13, her incarnation, so she liked her. She liked
Oh,
13.
okay.
No?
I
Yeah.
don't know. I couldn't tell if she liked her romantically. I don't think so. I just she liked her as a
No,
doctor,
no, no,
not
no, no. But I like the stewards. I always liked the brigadier and
yeah. I just want them to explain Ingrid Oliver's character, Osgood. Is she a
yeah,
friggin' Zygon or is she not a Zygon?
she is. They're two. They're two.
Well, I don't think she is, but the thing is that there
Missy
was
killed the.
also a subplot with Osgood that Osgood had a sister, which
Yes.
is why I thought that Osgood was Brigadier Kate Stewart's daughter because she said she
No.
had daughters, and Osgood has a twin sister supposedly
Yeah.
that doesn't
But
have asthma, and is like a model or some shit. Remember that they were
yeah.
saying
Yeah. Yes.
that she's remember she said, and then yeah. So I honestly
Yeah.
think that's why she doesn't want. She wants everybody to think she is a Zygon because as a
But
human, people overlooked her or something.
yeah, Missy killed the Zygon version of Osgood. Missy killed
Well, I
because
I I
she's
think here's the thing. This is my theory that Missy killed Osgood. Because if you
Oh yeah,
remember, Missy said she smells,
yeah. Oh
and
well, that
Zygon smell.
yeah, that's I want that's the thing I wanted to say. That's true. So yeah,
Zygon stink, but the doctor is oblivious because he can't even see that Clara's young that time, right? Like he just
yeah, yeah,
sees the
yeah,
soul, he doesn't see whatever. But yeah,
yeah,
Missy probably killed her because she was a Zygon. She smelled, and she's like, "I don't know."
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I
True.
think that's why Osgood feels guilty. It's because she swapped with her, but didn't know that was going to happen. And
Yeah,
then the Zygon died, and she's like, "My Zygon sister, my Zygon sister. I'm responsible." She's at the gravesite, remember?
yeah,
And
yeah.
she's like
True.
feeling responsible for killing the Zygon. So she's like, I'm not going to tell you if I'm a Zygon. Maybe I am." Like, no, you're
Yeah,
not. The other one
yeah,
is, but you're not. You can't have two Zygons because they
yeah,
have to mimic the copy of the original. And if the original is dead, you can't copy that person. So
yeah.
one is a Zygon and one is not. And Osgood obviously is really not a Zygon. She's just
Mm,
wishful that the Zygon died in her place.
yeah. In all honesty, I do miss Missy.
Oh,
I
me
love
too.
Missy. I love Missy. She's Michelle Gomez is so fantastic. She's a great comedian.
People don't realize that she's friends. Moffat was friends with her husband and
Yes,
her
I
because of
know.
coupling, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So, so there's another thing involved with Moffat coming back. There's a possibility you'll get a finalized Missy story because she wanted to come
could
back
be,
anyway.
could be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't think she died on
No.
that. Because if you remember, every single time she died, right,
Mm,
she went right back into the nethersphere.
yes.
And the nethersphere generated a new body for her. Remember
Yeah.
how Moffat tried to throw things in episodes that make no sense? And
Yes.
in the Beast Below, or whatever, not Beast Below, the River Floods, or whatever that thing was with the Fisher King, right? There was a line that
Uh,
with the cue cards
before the flood. Before
right.
the flood.
There was a
There was.
line that the doctor said with the cue cards with Clara that Missy creates bodies in the nethersphere. That made no sense in the episode,
Yeah.
but he just said
No.
it, right?
Yes.
So she technically, when the Brigadier shot her, she went right back in the nethersphere and created a new body. So that's how she survives, is because she
Mm,
went in the nethersphere and created a new body. Now, as how she regenerated is a different story, probably.
yeah.
Because that's the way she survives the regeneration. The Master
Yes.
wouldn't know that she created the nethersphere.
Yeah.
But I also feel that if they had Sasha Dewan's master and he saw that the doctor regenerated back into the tent,
Yeah.
that Sasha Dewan's master would regenerate back into Sim
Yes.
purposely to screw with David Tennant in one of the specials.
Yeah.
But I
Could be.
but I wish, I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I wish it does.
No, it's not gonna happen.
Probably
We
not.
get a totally other thing now, and it's gonna be different.
But I do feel that David Tennant will return again when he's
Yeah.
older, because as a nod to say goodbye, because when he's too old to be the doctor, he'll probably regenerate one more time as a
Yeah.
caretaker type and say goodbye. So I do
Yeah.
see David Tennant returning again, but years down the road.
Uh, this is gonna be the last time. I think this is gonna be the last time David Tennant will be back. Um, yeah, and
But you know what?
then he cannot go.
I want to buy the outfit that he's got, the new one, the coat.
Yes, it's cool. It's cool. I want to buy Shooty's outfit.
I
But
want to buy the
here,
glasses too that he has too, David Tennant.
yeah, but here in Belgium, I can't even find the Doctor Who magazine. So here in
Over
Belgium,
here, we get it a month late, which
yeah,
sucks.
I know,
We
I
don't
know.
get it the same time. We're outdated, so I'm like, that's why I don't get it, because I'm like, I see everything online, and I'm like, oh, okay. By the time I get it, it's old news. It's like, ah.
Yeah, yeah. Another question: did you see Ant-Man already?
I was supposed to see it today because I'm off. I
Ah,
have sometimes I work 5 or 6 days a week. I'm supposed to see it
okay,
today. Hopefully that could happen and I can go there. We have a new theater that just opened up on my house, a couple
okay,
blocks
cool.
away. So
Cool.
that's the plan. I'm off today and tomorrow. So either today or tomorrow I will be seeing Ant-Man, but I'm also trying to get the ninth rank in America for
Yeah, yeah,
PlayStation, which I had to spend a lot of money to get these games to beat. So I got to be trying to do that today or tomorrow.
yeah. Be
Or
careful. Be
oh, I
careful.
know, I got threatened already. I know.
Okay.
You have to understand that if you have people that are gamers that are in that position for years,
Oh,
and you come along, and this one's known as 10 and 9 and 8, like the doctor,
yeah,
right? Like they've been number 10 for years, and then I just come in and then I kick their ass. They're
yes,
not
yes.
going to be nice about it. Obviously,
No, no, no,
they're
no,
gonna say
no.
some horrible things, death threats, because they
Oh,
feel I don't fucking belong.
yeah.
That's why I had to beat Bloodborne, because Bloodborne's one of the hardest games for PlayStation, to show that I'm not a fake
Yeah.
gamer. You know.
Also, that Hoovian war. That's some bullshit, man. That Hoovian war. So.
Oh, who is it? There's two things now. There's Who Wars Strikes Back,
Oh
and
yeah,
then there's and Whovian Wars. And Bad Wolf tries to make his little animation and shit.
yeah.
Try to be funny. Guys, there's no right now. There's no Whovian Wars right now. I'm
Okay,
talking to
thank.
Sammy. People really, you know what it is? People really love to see conflict in this fucking Whovian
Yeah,
community.
yeah. I know now. I
And
know.
and the thing is, they eat it up. They're like, yeah, Doc Do's off the air. Yeah, Sam Demand versus Matrix. Like, yeah, yeah. And they're
Yeah,
like
yeah.
fucking loving that shit every day. They're like, he said something. He said. Oh, he said, this is great. This is great. And then I fucking jumping up and down like a bunch of fucking nuts. And they're loving
But
this battle
yeah,
that whatever.
yeah. But for me, it's comedy, right?
Oh,
I
it's
said some.
comedy. Right.
I
It's
said.
hysterical.
Yeah, sorry. I said that your last day was coming. I'm sorry,
Oh,
but in
people
the end,
really took that though, because I wasn't. People really took that as like, oh, he said he's gonna die. It's like what? And I'm looking at that. I'm like, he didn't mean that. I don't. Wait, he did. And I'm like, because you know what the funny thing was, like when me and
no.
Noel were fighting that time, Noel wished to be dead. Like that time, like I want you to
Yeah,
choke on a soda, right? And it was like serious,
yeah,
but it's like it gets to be toxic sometimes and crazy. But it was a matter of interpretation. Like, oh, maybe did he mean it? Whatever. But here's the thing, guys. Like, there's no conflict with me and Sammy now.
no.
Maybe there was a little thing, like maybe a little, for a couple weeks we were angry at each other. But
Yeah,
I was always like he was always here and there in the background on the show, a fan. He even had my name in his description that he liked watching my show. Some reason we fought, but now it's over. And
yeah.
the whole purpose of Who Fire is not necessarily battling, but resolving
No.
conflict. Right? That's what people don't understand. Right away they look for battles and Who Fire. No,
Yeah,
we got
yeah,
together. We ironed out our differences before we even got in here, basically.
yeah,
But this is just preliminaries, and I think it's good to talk to you now back the way it was from time to
yeah.
time. I am still heavily with Doctor Who, but I decided to drop all pages because
Mm.
I can't devote the time to properly showcase Doctor Who that way.
Uh, do you still write? You're a
Yes,
writer, right?
I still write books, and I'm going to be putting out a book hopefully this year. But I just right now I have so much time from
Yeah,
my job that I can't devote
yeah,
the time to managing Doctor Who pages. Really,
mm,
any pages. And again, people are adding me now lately, and I'm declining only not because I
mm,
look. And I was telling Who Wars this because they were in here. I'm not going to
yeah,
do 100 episodes of the Real Whovians cast to talk about shooty socks.
mm.
Like, there's nothing to talk about now
No, there's
where
nothing to talk
to
about.
have
So
100 episodes, right? So, like,
yeah,
right, we'll talk about stuff here and there, but I'm
yeah.
not going to put stuff out half-ass. If there's no reason to talk
No,
about Doctor Who, I'm not going to do a Real Whovians cast. So, just like the Doctor Who pages, I don't have the time and the energy to
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about Doctor Who every single day, so I can't manage a page
But
because that's what. Yeah.
there is no news. There is no news. So
So everybody's battling everybody again.
yeah,
I'm not for that too. But like, I'm not battling anybody now,
no.
and I'm done. Right now, like, because Doctor is not on the air, I'm focused on my gaming.
Mm,
That's the main thing on my itinerary. Secondary would be the podcast, obviously,
yeah.
as we're doing a
Did
podcast today.
did you see the Flash trailer? The Flash,
I loved it. I loved it. I thought
so
it's going to
cool.
be one of the greatest movies I think ever.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Which is why they're like, oh, he committed crimes. It's okay. We gotta get him back. It's like,
yeah.
yeah. What did I say? I said that though. I said that when we did an everything show. I said they're not gonna give a shit what the fuck he did, right? They're like, oh, he made us $1.5 billion.
Yeah,
Let's get this criminal back. And like they don't give a shit. He's making the money. They don't give a
but
fuck. And that's the
but, my,
paradox.
but Michael Keaton, wow, Michael
He looks
Keaton,
great. He looks great.
fantastic.
But thank God
Very,
they cut
very
that
good.
Batgirl shit because they probably made him look like an asshole on that though. The
I
Batgirl
I,
movie. I'm
I know
glad
the
they cut it.
I know the guys. They're Belgian, so
I'm glad they cut it though because they made it look like he was taking orders from Batgirl. Like, fuck that.
yeah, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want that shit.
They were pretty sad about it, so I don't know
They
what's
cut it for
going
a
wrong.
reason. It was shit. Now Aquaman might get cut because they said that sucks. Aquaman 2.
Yeah,
They said people
it
saw
is.
the test screening. They
Yeah,
hated it. So James Gunn, we're
yes,
gonna see what you're
true.
gonna do, James Gunn, because
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. If you look at the Guardians of the Galaxy,
I
so
just don't agree with the
expect.
Superman thing. I really wanted Henry Cavill to return.
Me too. Me
I'm
too.
not
It's
happy
sad
about the
for
Superman thing.
no,
I'm not
no,
happy.
but
I'm not
you
happy
have to.
because I feel that he is full of shit in a way
Mm,
because he's keeping people he wants to keep, like Ezra
yeah,
Miller, maybe
John
Gail
John Cena.
Gadot, maybe right. Like you can't have Peacemaker if the universe is gone. You're a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
hypocrite. I'm sorry. I stuck up for James
No,
Gunn, but when James Gunn is doing something wrong, I'm gonna say you're doing something wrong. If you do the
yeah, yeah.
Peacemaker thing, you're a fucking hypocrite because you're doing your show that exists in that universe that you said don't exist anymore. So I
Yes.
honestly think what he should do is if we have multiple Batman movies where we have
Mm,
their interpretation of Batman with they had now in the past the Penguin and all that, right?
yeah,
And they had the Riddler. You could have that universe continue, but then
yeah,
have his Batman, right? So why couldn't we do the same thing for Superman? Why couldn't we have Henry Cavill's Superman movie here and James Gunn's
yeah,
movie here? You
yeah.
have two Batman running around at the same time, right? You have two Jokers, right? Why can't you
Yes.
do that? You can do that. It's just he doesn't
Money.
want to do that because for some reason, well, no, it's not money. He has this chip on his shoulder that he can't stand Henry Cavill's Superman. Like he
What?
believes that yeah, James Gunn believes that Henry Cavill can't sell it as Superman.
Oh, come on.
That's why he's doing everything with everybody else but fucking Henry. And he's mad about the Rock thing where the Rock tried to get that whole thing going with him and Superman
Yeah,
and
I
shit.
know.
And he's like,
I
fuck
know.
that. I'm gonna destroy that shit. And it's like that shit's over.
Mm.
So
Have you seen the Snyder Cut? Have you seen the Snyder Cut?
yes,
That was
absolutely. I loved
that
it.
was cool. Yeah. But then
It was long, but I
he
loved
lost
it.
his daughter. He lost his daughter.
She committed suicide. Yeah, that was
Yeah, so
crazy.
sad. Yeah,
That's very sad.
yeah. Same thing with John the White and his cancer thing. That's also sad. I
Yes.
have seen Eye on Type 40 podcast. I was so sad, man. Never,
Yeah.
nobody
I
deserves
reached
to
out to
have
him on
cancer.
Christmas. I talked to him. Oh, I sent him a message on Twitter, encouragement, Christmas time. That's very.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was
and
on. He was on Who Fired before. Remember?
yeah, yeah. I
John
was
the White
moved
was
to
on Who
tears.
Fired. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I got to
was
get him
moved to
on here too.
tears. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what it is? People don't
And
realize what everybody goes through in their individual lives. Like you guys see the audience see me
yeah,
for like a minute in a week or a couple minutes doing a video here or there or a podcast. But you don't know what Sammy goes through in his life. You don't know what I go through in my life.
yeah,
You don't know.
yeah.
You just see what we want you to see for the cameras.
True.
But you don't
Yeah,
see the struggle. You don't see if anybody has an ailment, an illness, if people like people die in the family. You don't see any of that.
yeah,
Oh, you got a phone call, I think, in the background there.
yeah.
Oh, somebody's talking in the background. You got a phone call.
No,
I'm gonna
it
mute you
was
because.
a news feed.
Oh, okay. It's still on the air. Just because we'll get
Okay,
kicked off. Yeah, hold on.
okay.
Yeah, so that's the thing is like my heart goes out to John Dwight. Uh, really
Yeah,
sad to hear about his illness, and I hope I pray for miracles. Really,
uh,
pray for
uh,
miracles.
but
Let's face it.
I'm also not mad at Noel. I'm not mad at Noel. He's a cool guy. He's Irish, so I can't be mad at Noel. So he's a cool
That shit was
dude, and he
funny
is.
though. What you said. That shit was funny. When you were mad at him, like, and you're like, I don't say anything bad about him, but he's an Irish. I was like, oh my god, that's hysterical.
Yeah,
Hysterical.
but
It's
he
like
is.
Austin Powers when the guy's like,
Yeah,
I am against anybody's like discrimination against cultures, but then he don't like the Dutch. Remember? That was Austin Powers'
yeah,
fault. That was funny.
yeah. But
Yeah.
Irish people, they are fighters, and I understand him. Also, he's a fighter as well. He has been through a lot, but
Oh yeah.
I never spoke to Noel in real life, and that's a sad thing. So the next time we're gonna do this, I want to talk to
Oh
Noel.
yeah. We'll get
But
Noel on here. You can talk with him. Yeah, that sounds good.
yeah,
That could be a future
yeah,
episode. Yeah.
yeah.
I talk to him from
But
time to time.
I
I haven't talked to him lately, but
yeah,
everybody's
and
off doing their
also
thing because
Philip.
doctor's not around. Yeah.
Yeah, also Philip. He's a cool guy. So
Yes.
he's yeah, and
Yeah.
Scott.
More than
Yeah,
likely, you're gonna see everybody on the Everything Show because we've got a lot of
yeah,
news. Chris has got a lot of news, so we'll see Philip, we'll see Connor, we'll see Chris, we'll see Scott on
yeah,
the Everything Show.
yeah. I also watch popcorn with
What is that?
the Popcorn Planet with Andy Sigmore of
Oh yeah.
Sigmore of I don't know. That's cool. You get a lot of Hollywood insights about Amber Heard
Oh
and
God.
all that misery with Johnny Depp.
I'm for Johnny Depp, so I'm on Johnny Depp's side there.
Yeah,
So
I'm also for Johnny Depp. So she Amber Heard is a bitch, and we all know it.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was
So,
all about yesterday when I came home from work. I was like the Jake Paul Tommy Fury fight. I don't know if you watched that. I was like, well, like watching that.
I
I was like,
haven't.
oh, I like Jake Paul and Logan Paul, so I felt bad for Jake Paul, but they're rich. You can't really feel too bad, right?
I
Because they're like almost billionaires. So
Yeah, I don't know him. I don't know him. I'm not following him. So yeah.
yeah, I like them.
Uh,
I think they're good kids. They worked a
mm,
lot to get where they are, and they need to get recognition. The fact that they've accomplished
hmm
so many different things in their life in a short span of time. So God bless them. They did great. And I know Jake Paul will be back.
hmm
It's just rough that he lost. I know that's
Yeah,
a lot of thing on him. So I feel bad for him. But
yeah. Do you
anyway,
look at?
yeah. So what have you been up to?
Well, I'm gonna watch the one Mandalorian next Wednesday. This
Yes.
Wednesday, I think. So for the
What do
rest,
you
I
do with
don't
your
know.
channel? You just do videos from time to time?
Yeah, sometimes, but they're not so good. They're
Ah,
bad.
they're,
They're absolutely
they're
bad.
fun. I found them entertaining.
Yeah, I made a video about a new Depeche Mode song.
Yes,
I'm
I
also
saw a
into
little bit of
music,
that.
so I have. Yeah, it's a good song, but it's I know Depeche Mode. I saw them live in 2007 with Andy Fletcher, the keyboardist who died
Right.
last year. and it's never gonna be the same without him.
Of course not. Yeah, no.
And
I'm a big Erasure. I'm a big Erasure fan.
oh yeah, with Nick Cayman and
Andy
Vince
Bell.
Clark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like Erasure when I was growing up. So
yeah,
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 that's the thing. It's like I'm gonna do my gaming. I'm gonna do some videos. I'll probably do some everything shows here and there. But
mm,
the main aspect is heavily on the gaming because if I don't do enough gaming, I lose my rank.
yeah.
So when I'm
But
working, I'm battling people that don't work. That people that are gamers,
yes,
they're constantly gaming. So I have to do a lot
uh,
more than they do.
I can't work, but I'm also an extra on TV series, so I'm on sets.
Good for you.
So I talk a lot. I talk a lot
That's
about
good that you're an
work
extra.
on yeah, and I know
I,
how they
I,
work on Doctor Who.
they should be proud of that
Yeah,
because you got to be on set where some people are not on set, so that's cool.
yeah. So I already know how Doctor Who works. I want to be there, and
One
so
day, one day,
Russell T Davis. Yeah,
give him a call. Give
yeah.
Sammy a
One day,
call.
Russell T Davis. Yeah. We're gonna
One
write
day
for
too.
we're gonna
I
write
want
an
to write for
episode.
an episode of Doctor Who also. Yeah. What we'll see. It's on my bucket list.
Yeah, but
Writing for Doctor Who, writing for the
yeah,
Amazing Spider-Man comic. Yeah, I writing a screenplay,
yeah.
writing. One day
But
we're young, so
I also did. I also did a test writing for the Paternoster gang, but it wasn't that good. So it's pretty hard to work
you
for
keep
Doctor
trying.
Who.
Keep trying. Yeah, you keep trying. You'll get there. I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm working on a book here and there, but again, my attention is diverted. All these different things. That's why I joke around on Twitter, like, "Could I do a book and do a podcast and do gaming?" I'm like, "Yes," but but the book is in early stages. I write a little bit every day, and I add to it. I could go ahead with the new book that I'm writing, or I can go ahead with the books I already
mhm,
written that are just sitting in my computer ready to go. I
yeah,
just right now I can't devote time to working on a book because it will take away
mhm,
from the gaming 100%. Because if I'm editing a book
yeah,
with the publisher, I can't focus on playing video games. So that's why something has to
yeah,
give, and that's why you're not seeing a lot of podcasts because like I'm doing the gaming on the side. That's the
mm,
main thing. But once I reach
yeah,
the number one rank, then
yeah,
do I go for the world title or I just go back? So who knows? We don't know. I'm just right now. I'm taking it each day, trying to go for the ninth rank today and tomorrow,
mm.
and we'll see how it
Uh,
goes.
what I wanted to do is restore the Sea Devils and Silurians
Oh, because
because
he screwed
he,
that shit up, Chris Chimno.
yeah,
He screwed that shit up. I mean, I
asked me
like the
to,
way they looked, but
yeah,
I don't know what
yeah.
he was trying to do, Chimno with his
But you have
bullshit.
to,
Get rid of that
you
timeless
have to
child
make,
shit. That's just
yeah, but Russell T will ignore that. He will not address the timeless child thing.
they're
Flux he
friends
will,
too.
but
That's another problem. He doesn't wanna step on his friend's toes. He
not so
may
quickly.
He may do something in the future because that's a big deal that you can't ignore forever. But Moffat and him did touched
Yeah,
on that on each other's work, so he probably may just say that was
mm,
bullshit. You know, the
yeah,
Matrix of Gallifrey has been altered in the past in Colin Baker's episode to say
yeah,
that the Doctor committed an act of genocide, and the Doctor didn't commit an act of
true.
genocide because he was on trial for that. So people can alter the
Mm-hmm.
Matrix to make some bullshit in there. Just think of the Matrix of Gallifrey like a
Yeah,
Wikipedia that someone can come in and fucking edit it, right?
mm-hmm.
And put some shit in there. So, and then for
Yeah,
some reason, the Matrix of Gallifrey is feed it into their head for some reason or whatever, where should have had that image of the Timeless Child. That's just
yeah,
bullshit. All the Timeless Child stuff is bullshit. Anytime Bed Sheets talks to you, the Timeless
yeah,
Child. I was like, wow, they ran out of money.
yeah,
He's got Bed Sheets talking to the Doctor, like
yeah,
hooded sheets. The Timeless Child. I'm like, what is this shit? What are you
yeah.
doing, Christian? What are you doing? Tooth Fairy was a villain too. Come on, that's ridiculous. A villain that collects teeth. What a joke.
And why Gallifrey? Keep it safe. Keep it.
Oh, repeat what you said because StreamYard's getting weird. We passed the 1 hour mark, so it's getting like frozen. We might have to get out of here soon. Oh, they muted you again. Shit. Okay. Drop out and come back in because they muted you again. Freaking StreamYard. Can't hear anything you say. Yeah, drop out, come back in. Drop out, come back in. Drop out and come back in because. Okay. Sorry, technical difficulties, guys. This happens, I guess. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, yeah. All right, say what you were saying
Yeah.
because we didn't hear anything.
So why destroying Gallifrey? I don't know. Keep it safe. Keep Gallifrey safe. I wanted to say.
Yeah, you went through that whole trouble of
And
every
never
single
destroyed
doctor
it
there is
again.
saving them. So why would you destroy it?
Yeah. I don't know. It's so much a beautiful place. So keep it there. And we all know the Time Lords. We know how blasé they are. We know how fucked up they are. Time Lords are Time Lords, and uh, wrestling also. He's a badass. Keep him alive. Keep him around. So
Yeah.
yeah. Uh,
So we'll see with Russell. I'm
so
sure
yeah.
Russell will have the pet time loads in the background somewhere.
Mm.
You know.
Maybe in a couple of years.
Yeah, you don't want to have them
We
that
have.
they're there. It's, Doctor's better off as by himself for now.
Yeah. But we're gonna
But
have
I do
Felix.
hope we get a Weeping Angel story. I really want a
I
Weeping
hope
Angel
so too.
story.
Yeah. But a good one. A good one. But the last one
Moffat
wasn't
could
that.
write it. Yeah, that was the one without Moffat. That's so weird.
Yeah.
Every single Weeping Angel story had Moffat's connections. He created them, except for the last one. So
Yeah. Yeah.
hopefully we can get something with
Yeah.
Moffat writing.
I want Sally Sparrow back, and also Susan for the 60th. But I don't know. We're gonna get it.
Well, at least Susan's coming back, right?
Yeah, I think so. And Mel,
Yep.
Mel is gonna be returning.
Yep.
Uh, I don't know for the rest. I don't know.
Probably gonna have
Fred,
Unit. We could have
Bernard,
another series.
Wilfred is gonna be back. Wilfred for the last time.
Yeah, in the special, yeah. I know.
Yeah.
That's gonna be heartbreaking.
Yeah. No, not. It's not gonna be awkward. It's gonna be a
No, he did.
beautiful
He
set.
finished the scenes. It's gonna be a beautiful send off. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But they did forget him in the BAFTAs.
Yeah, that's
They
fucked up.
they did. Yeah. I don't understand that. He was the people's granddad, so why forgetting Bernard
Exactly.
Gribbins?
Yeah, he was a good actor. They didn't listen. These award shows, I don't pay attention to that shit. It's
Yeah.
like our own people getting slapped and shit. You
Yeah.
know,
Will
please.
Smith. Will Smith.
The best ratings that they've ever had in their life, right?
Yeah.
Because the ratings
Yeah.
have been going to shit lately, but nobody cares about the award shows.
And nobody cares about the movies also who were nominated. So
Yeah, exactly. So, but it's great talking to you. Thank you for. I'm
yeah.
glad you unblocked me so I can talk to you, and everything's worked out now. And uh,
Well, it was good to come back to your show, and I love to come back sometimes. So
you are welcome anytime you want. So next time
Okay.
you see Sammy, if you want to come on the Real Hoovians cast, that
Yeah, I
is
love to.
the
Uh,
invitation is there. I will send you a link, or I'll tell you if I can give you enough notice that we're going to do one this day or that day. So, Sammy, you're welcome anytime.
okay. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you.
It was very, very enlightening, entertaining. I'm sure the fans will be happy that.
Yeah, I love to come back. I love to come back.
So
So
he's the Meta Hoovian,
yeah.
the former Bad Hoovian. I know you played that shit off too because you got attention too. They're like, "Oh shit, who's
No,
that?"
no.
I say, no, 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 no.
I'm
His name is Meta Hoovian.
yeah. And
So
if you
watch,
wanna
check
see,
out his YouTube channel.
but it's bad. Don't don't check that.
Well, then you'll see him on whatever podcast he appears.
I don't know. It's only you. So I will
Only
never get on Brian
you.
because
Oh, you
yeah,
want?
yeah,
You're welcome on. But I'm not doing no
okay.
I'm not doing no podcast in the parking lot. It's just gonna be in my
Uh,
house.
yeah, me
Ah,
neither. Me neither.
that's funny. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Sammy, very much for appearing.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. I'm going to
Bye,
be off
dude.
to do my gaming. I'll be talking to you guys on Twitter and online. Thank you very much, Sammy. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Take care. Bye for now.
Goodbye. Yeah.